liberating me.
He doesn't destroy his enemies. He destroyed me without a scalpel.
You give them peace in a cage. I will give them freedom in chaos. It's the same power. One is a rescue program.
This isn't a change of a logo. It's the corruption of a legend. Hope has been redefined as command.
Why don't you just put the whole world in a bottle? The enemy's question was the very mirror that reflected the truth.
They say history is written by the victors, but sometimes it is determined by just a vector and a few hours.
No golden cornfields, only the cold, white snow. The seed of hope has sprouted on different soil.
You are the sword and shield of the people, the embodiment of the Federation's power.
His power was born from a yellow sun, but his symbol was forged from a rigid ideology. The first flight was not a moment of joyous freedom. It was a demonstration of power. He doesn't fight for truth and justice. He fights to expand an ideology. He is the most effective diplomat in history.
We're not fighting a man. We're fighting an idea that's been given the power of a god.
His speed is no longer measured in Mach. It is measured by the number of conflicts he can quell in an hour. He doesn't move, he redefines distance.
The alien's skin is not armor. It is a statement. Human violence is meaningless before him.
A superpower's ultimate weapon, in his hands, is just a fragile toy. His power is absolute neutralization. He doesn't just change the flow of a river. He can rewrite the geopolitical map with his own two hands.
Sometimes the greatest power lies not in action, but in the potential for it. His mere presence is enough to break any will to resist.
His breath can freeze hell. A rescue tool, but also a reminder of the power to control the elements.
The same source code, but compiled for two completely opposite purposes: salvation and conquest.
Physical strength is just a shell. The real war lies on the next level, the war of senses and intellect. Superhearing isn't for listening to cries for help in a burning building. It's the ultimate intelligence system, a big brother in the flesh.
He can't be everywhere. Wrong, Mr. Architect. He doesn't need to be everywhere. He just needs to see everywhere. Privacy is dead.
The eyes of a god not only see, they judge. The heat ray is not a weapon, but a strategic surgical tool.
To fight a god, the architect created a demon from the god's own DNA. A flawed version, a mockery of power.
Why?
He didn't defeat the monster with his fists. He defeated it with a question. Intellect, once again, is the ultimate weapon.
Thank you, comrade, for freeing me.
Peace comes not from understanding, but from reprogramming.
He has created a paradise on Earth, a perfect golden cage where everyone is safe and no one is free. You may see the next 10 moves, but I can see the psychology behind them.
The Sovereign may win a battle, but the Architect is playing the long war. He understands that to topple an icon, you don't attack its strength, you attack its foundation.
The Phantom cannot harm the Sovereign, but he can harm the Sovereign system. He is the virus in a perfect machine.
Your power comes from the sun, but this rope will drain it!
The rebel used the god's own tools against them. A cruel but brilliant plan.
For the first time, the logic of Comrade Steel was replaced by the emotion of the ego. And in that moment, the Phantom of Anarchy won.
Welcome to the party, comrade!
He died as he lived, a symbol of absolute defiance, turning his own death into his final weapon.
He had destroyed the enemy, but he could not destroy his ideal. Chaos had sown a seed of doubt in the mind of the god.
The world was perfect. Now it is time to store it. The Oracle's logic,
Why don't you just put the whole world in a bottle?
Humanity must be free to choose, even to choose wrongly! The god of order finally learned the lessons of chaos.
He used his ultimate power, not to rule, but to erase his own existence from the timeline. His final gift to humanity was to give them back back at history without him. The legend is returned to where it belongs. But the question remains, if you had the power of a god, would you have the wisdom not to use it?